Hi Gush, how you doing?
Good, thank you, Harry. Thank you very much to you and Gravitas for inviting us here.
That's all right, no worries. Really keen to hear about i4H and what you guys have got planned. So I guess to start off with, if you could just tell me about i4H and your work in the sector, that'd be.
I've done a lot of work around data analytics. We've done a lot of work now around data platforms and AI, and we've worked with a number of customers in the social housing sector. And we want to take this now a stage further into our social housing CRM.
Lovely stuff. And why are you developing the CRM?
For me, it's more of a personal challenge. What I want to achieve for the social housing sector. When I work with the sector, and I do the data side a lot, and I kept on hearing that the systems currently now don't really support the activities and the functions of social housing. So some of the CRM systems and housing management systems and repair systems, for a start, aren't integrated, so they're siloed. And as we've seen, that's been an issue for the sector with the downgrades as well, and looking at social housing as well, grading system. So it pained me to see this. It pained me to see this in a sector that I've grown up with. I really love. So I wanted to take that passion into developing bespoke CRM.
Nice. And what distinguishes you from other software providers? You know, explain what gaps existing housing systems have you identified from before developing the CRM?
Yeah, great question. For a start, our onset is our experience. Our experience is social housing, and nothing else. So we're not developing a system that's come from another system, another sector. Ours is all focused around social housing. So we do all our work around making sure they have the right definitions. So using the SDR definitions, which is statistical data return, they're within our system. Also to make sure that the compliance modules are within our system and built in and integrated. And that's the key point for us.
Nice.
Is that it's built for social housing, by a social housing expert.
Okay. And how does this CRM sort of support regulatory compliance? Appreciate that's a big one at the moment, and data standards with that.
Absolutely, it's that in mind. We're actually going to force through some of the standards. So though we're building our CRM, and a good function of Zoho is we'll build it around a blueprint. So we will upload this blueprint into our system, and it almost forces you, it won't let you move on fields, for example, without using that blueprint. So the blueprints we're going to have is making sure that the standard definitions are in place for housing. So housing types, housing dwelling types, standard definitions that you would expect from social housing. But then also building in compliance modules within there as well. So that'll be all the big 6 compliance modules will be in place. And also building it around the housing ombudsman standards, so they'll be in place. So you won't be able to move on to a next field without completing the right sections. So it's really down to a detailed level that we're developing this.
Okay. And what role, obviously, a big one at the moment is AI. Yes. What role will AI play in transforming services through the CRM?
Well, we're actually doing a lot of work around building some AI agents, especially around repairs. I did an event around this as well. But our system will have AI built into it. A good feature of us going with Zoho CRM, it has a built-in feature called Ask Zia. So you could literally speak into it and say, ask me the top 10 tenants that are in arrears at the minute, or all the properties that haven't got a gas safe certificate. So you can actually physically speak into it, and it will have this in there. We've also got the option to integrate this with OpenAI. So it will have your own tenanted version of OpenAI ChatGPT, basically. And it'll have all security privacy plate in place. And so that will be built into our system. So really proud of that feature.
Oh, cool. And I guess the big question is, why should housing associations choose i4H and this and the CRM over some of the more traditional guys on the market?
Well, first of all, like we said, it's built by myself, who I've been in the sector for years. I've used systems. Ours will be a modern platform, a cloud-based platform. It'll have all the functionality of the data centers of Zoho, so it will be really fast and efficient. It'll have all the compliance modules built into it. You won't have to have a different CRM, a different housing management or different repair system. It will be all in one, which I think is our biggest feature really. It's going to be that, it's an all-in-one system. So personally I think it will streamline how services are delivered, make it easier for frontline staff to use, and importantly, it will provide that key services to customers and tenants, which is my main motivation as well, really. So, for example, we will have processes built in. So the one that I'm quite passionate about is the repairs process. So what tends to happen in social housing is that you get a repair that comes in from, it's either for a phone call or for a portal or however it's coming in. Once that repair's in, you have a number of activities behind it as well. So you might have someone that needs a plumber, or you need an electrician as well. So what tends to happen is that you open a repair job, you close it to do another job, open it again, and suddenly the tenant is dissatisfied and doesn't know what's going on. We are going to force that blueprint to have one job order. Below that you can have a number of activities, but that never closes until that job is completely finished. So we're going to force through those standards, and we're going to force through the process to make it a streamlined system, all in one, making sure all the compliance is in there, all the standard definitions are in there. We will update it continuously, so if there's a new decent home standard, we'll update it. There's also new proposed data standards coming in place as well, so we will update our system around that. And the key for us is that will distinguish us between other providers, is that we will only provide it for social housing, and we're not working for any of the industries. We're committed fully to this sector.
So Gersh, in summary, what are the kind of 3 key takeaways that you want to kind of address from this particular project?
We've actually built it around the process of IPA, so integration, so integrating all systems into one. Process, so we're going to force through the process, and AI. So IPA is really our unique selling point here.
Well, thank you very much for answering those questions, Gersh, and look forward to seeing where this goes in the future.
Fantastic.